Hi guys, welcome to my first video. I wanted to cover some things about Viva Las Vegas. This was my first event, and I wish that I would have known a few things before I had gone. So I didn't know that I was going to be able to go until 2 weeks before the event, so finding a hotel was a little bit difficult. So some of you are probably not going to have this issue, but I did. I'm not able to stay at the Orleans. I wasn't able to stay this year, and I'm probably not going to be able to stay next year because it's already sold out. If you've never been before, the hotel actually usually sells out the day that they open up the reservation. So the day that it opened up, it sold out, and the waiting list is sold out as well. But there are several hotels around the property that you can stay at, and they're just as fine. And most of them actually provide shuttles, so it's super convenient, and it's kind of a break so that you can kind of get away from the crowd because it does get kind of crowded. So one of the things I wanted to cover was your packing list. Yay! Alright, so when you start your packing list, ladies, people generally change 2 to 3 times or more per day. Now, you can kind of keep it simple and have 2 outfits. So your daytime outfit, which is generally pretty casual, like a play suit or maybe a circle skirt and a loose top or, whatever. Your nighttime outfit is going to be something much more dressy. People try to get as dapper as they possibly can, and it's wonderful. Um, so plan for that. So what I did is I had my travel outfit, which was, I live in San Diego and I drove to Vegas, so it was about a 5-6 hour drive. So I was trying to be comfortable, kind of cute, whatever, in case you stopped. Just kidding. Okay, so I wore like a black romper. Um, uh, and then I had all of my outfits planned for the entire trip. I had my handy dandy list of everything that I needed. So it was very organized. Now, in reality, what I really did is I just took everything out of my closet and put it in my suitcase because I didn't really know what I wanted to wear and I wanted choices. So there's that. What I did when I was traveling is I actually set my hair the night before and I slept in pin curls after using a curling iron. And then I put a bandana around my hair. And then driving, I did like a cute little barrel roll in the front and then my headscarf, which was actually an amazing idea because stopping at rest stops, it was actually really windy and it was wonderful to have that headscarf and I didn't have to worry about my hair getting frizzy. Um, so key thing that you want to remember is you are going to be on your feet all day long and all night long. Viva Las Vegas, if you've never been, I highly recommend that you maybe look out a schedule from the previous year because there are events that start at 9 in the morning and then go till 5 in the morning. So plan on being on your feet a lot, and I knew this ahead of time because I found as many tips and tricks as I possibly could before I went. So I knew that I was going to be on my feet. And believe it or not, when you're on your feet a lot, your feet are going to swell. So I went out and I bought some shoes that are half size larger than I normally wear, and they were still kind of tight by the end of the trip. So I'll cover some of my shoes that I had worn while I was there. So let's see. So the first thing is I have some cute flats, and these are pretty comfortable. They are, I don't know, kind of dressy. I got these at like Ross for price tags taken, I don't know, for like $10, whatever. I just love the crap out of these things. And these are a little bit bigger than I normally wear, and that's awesome. Who cares? No one really cares about half a size, whatever. Even a whole size. No one's looking at your feet. The other thing that I have is I have some cute wedges that I had gotten. And these are wonderful because they have the awesome memory foam in them, and I think they kind of sort of look retro. Little peep toe and whatever. They're cork, so they're pretty squishy. They've got the memory foam in there. I don't know, I got these for like $40, whatever, at GSW's. So very comfortable, amazing to be on your feet all day. And then the other thing that I would recommend for your hair is to figure out how you want to set your hair. So ladies don't typically wash their hair the entire weekend because you're going to lose your vintage curls and then you have to start all over again, and that's awful. So if you use it, pack a great dry shampoo or use baby shampoo, or not baby shampoo, baby powder is another thing. If you have light colored hair, it's kind of a really good thing to use as dry shampoo, and if you have light hair, then it just blends in, it's fine. Um, so let's see. So what I did is I used a hot roller the night before I went to Viva, and I set it in pin curls and I slept on it. And then throughout the trip, I used my hot rollers. So whenever I came back to my room to change or whatever, I would heat up my hot rollers and I'd put my hair in rollers and look super fancy in my onesie. I mean, vintage pajamas, because, you know, you gotta look hot all the time. Just, it's a dinosaur, it's fine. Okay. So the other thing that I would highly recommend, obviously you want to have your normal packing list, right? So shampoo, conditioner, if you want to wash your hair, body wash, razor, blah, blah, blah. Sunblock, 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 sunblock. You're going to be outside all day and you don't want to get burned through this event. Just, even if you have that wonderful dark skin that you don't glow in the dark like I do, wear sunblock. Just do it, okay? The other thing that I totally recommend, I actually bought this at Viva because it has skulls on it, and I clearly needed it. I had like a normal paper pink one that I was using, but you know, this has skulls on it, so duh. It's a parasol. I don't want to open it inside because I think it's an umbrella and I don't want bad luck. But it has skulls on it, and it's totally neato. I mean, take my money. You know, I need it. So this is definitely awesome for the car show. Again, you're going to be outside pretty much all day. So even if it's kind of shady, just carry it. Plus, you know, you can wear an outfit that matches around your parasol. It's totally neat. It's cool. The other weird thing that I recommend. So if you've never been to the desert, Vegas is a desert, I know. The desert is dry. It's so dry. You're going to be thirsty all the time. So put a bottle of water in your purse. Just, you need it. Because this event is really not that expensive as far as drinks. But, you know, it's something like $3 a bottle for like a small bottle of water. And that can really add up at the end of the day. So they don't restrict any of your liquids that you can take with you, which is wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Because even if you're drinking alcohol, and I totally recommend that you put a flask in your purse as well, because you can do that. They're going to have alcohol that you may or may not like. Like, I like whiskey, and I don't want to drink what they have because I'm pretty picky about it. I'm still going to support the event, but I don't want to drink whatever whiskey they're offering or whatever rum or whatever. So I want to have my own good stuff. It doesn't mean that I'm not providing for the event. I still am supporting, you know, whatever. Okay. So another thing that I totally recommend, because it's a desert, is to have a face mist spray thingamajigger in your purse. I think, what is it? The Body Shop has like a rose water mist that's pretty. It's very small. It smells wonderful. What I use, I don't know if you can see this. This is the Nirvana Hydrating Treatment Mist by Josie Moran. I swear by Josie Moran for my skin. I have very sensitive skin, and it's always dry, even outside of the desert. So I use all of her products, and I carried this in my purse, and I just misted my face throughout the day. And having dry skin at this event, when you're trying to look all cute and adorable, is horrible. Like, I don't know if you ever tried to put lipstick on with dry lips. It's oh god, it's awful. So, you know, whatever. And it's just an easy spray, just boop, and it's wonderful, and it smells really good, and it makes your skin soft and feel so good. The other thing that I would recommend, now I am a swing dancer. I swing dance in San Diego, and sometimes I go up to LA. So I was really looking forward to this event because I wanted to dance. So there are going to be events, like I said before, there's going to be events all day. The ballrooms are actually very hot. So, and especially when you're dancing, you're going to be really sweaty. Now, everyone's sweaty, and no one really cares if you're sweaty if you're dancing, but, you know, you don't want to mess up your makeup. I mean, you spend a lot of time on that, right? So, the other thing that I would recommend is to have this, you know, a little fan or something, right? So, I don't know, I got this for like $5. I have like a collection of random fans because they just look fun and they're very functional. And if I lose one, whatever, I paid like a few bucks for it, so it's cool. Uh, let's see. Oh, on the topic of comfortable shoes, I actually I brought like I don't even know 10 pairs of shoes with me. I probably only really wore like 2, maybe 3. Even in my dressy outfits, I have another pair of flats that I bought a half a size too big as well, and they just are so comfortable and they look like house slippers. And my feet were so swollen at the end of this event that I couldn't even fit into my other shoes. So these shoes didn't match any of my dresses. I didn't care. They were comfortable. Whatever. So on the topic of dance shoes, and if you would like me to do another video on dance shoes, because I have several pairs of them, please let me know. I'm probably going to do it anyways because shoes. Okay, these shoes I actually bought at the event because my feet were swollen and I could not really fit into my normal ballroom. I have ballroom shoes that I use for swing dancing. My feet wouldn't fit into them, and I wanted to keep dancing. And that's probably why my feet really hurt right now, but that's okay. So these shoes are the Lindy style shoes. I don't remember what they're called, but these are by Remix, and you can see how much I danced for this event for like 4 days of dancing. These look like really worn out, but these are leather sole shoes. So if you are getting into swing dancing, or you can't find the type of shoes that you would like for swing dancing, vintage shoes, I think if they're before 1980, they're always going to have the leather sole. It's just kind of a recent thing where we started having the rubber sole, which is really not very awful for dancing. Just don't. I know a lot of people that actually buy modern shoes because they're very comfortable, and they'll take them to a shoe repair store and just get the leather soles put on them, and it doesn't normally cost very much. But anyways, these shoes are wonderful and they're adorable. I mean, cool. Wait, hold on. Okay, so these are really comfortable. The sole or the foot of the bed is squishy and very comfortable. I don't really have like those little skinny mini feet. So this stretched out, and it's all leather, so it's basically gonna mold to your foot. But right away, like when I put these on and my feet had already been hurting for a while, they were super comfortable. So I'm probably gonna go splurge and buy like as many pairs of shoes until my credit card screams, because these are awesome. Let's see. So the other thing that I carried in my purse is if you will have the opportunity to buy like as many like vintage dresses as you can possibly find. But the first day that you go to the vendor's row, as soon as it opens up, because people are trying to find that one-of-a-kind vintage dress that they've had their heart set on for a long time, or maybe something that they just really, really want. And, I know for me it's really hard to find sizes, and like vintage clothes, it's very difficult to find my size. So if I find my size, I buy it. So because it was so crowded and I didn't want to fight someone over like trying on the clothes, so I had a tape measure with me, and is it backwards? Alright, so I had a tape measure with me, and if you've never bought vintage clothes or you're just getting into vintage clothes, for ladies it's going to be your waist size. So like if your waist size is a 24, then you want to take the dress and you want to measure it to 24 inches, and that's probably going to fit you. A lot of people, what they do is they buy like if your waist is a 24, they'll buy a 28, and then they'll take it to a seamstress and get it altered for them, and that's pretty good. So I had this on me so that way I didn't have to like fight the crowd of like, oh, I'm gonna try it on first now, and then have to Sparta kick someone off of my dress because I'm a lady and that's what we do. Let's see. All right. So another thing that I didn't know about until like I was actually at the event is there is a Viva Las Vegas app. How cool is that? I mean, like like I said, there's things that are going on from 9 in the morning until like 5 in the morning, and it's chaotic. So it was pretty neato to like have this app. It's gonna tell you the schedule of all the different bands, what ballroom they're gonna be in, when the vendors open up, when the tattoo room opens up, and then it has like a little thing where you can like post pictures, and there's a little tab for deals. So when like a vendor is having a sale, you like know right away, and like who doesn't want to know that? Aliens don't want to know that. Okay, so it was pretty cool. I wish that before I had gone, I wish that I would have done a lot more research on the bands that were playing, because really all of the bands that were playing were just amazing, and it was just so much fun. Uh, Oh, okay. So the other thing that I want to recommend that you have on you, now I saw a lot of girls carrying their adorable little teeny tiny purses, but for all of the things that I just recommended that you have, your face mister, your measuring tape, your bottle of water, your flask of whiskey, because it's a necessity. I mean, come on, clearly. Psh. Um, I personally would not carry a teeny tiny purse because I want to carry all my stuff. Maybe I want to carry like an extra pair of flat shoes because my feet hurt and I want to wear them. So I have like a giant purse. I'm going to show it again because it's so pretty. I actually bought this at Viva too. I had another purse that I was carrying on me that was giant, but this one was pretty. So I needed it, duh. So carry a bag, like a lot of I like when I go dancing, I'll carry like a tote bag with a bottle of water and my shoes. So I even did that at Viva too. But I had another purse that was a little bit more sturdy, kind of like a beach bag kind of thing, but cuter. I don't know. So a bag that is big enough to fit a bottle of water, your whiskey, your dance shoes, or maybe an extra pair of flat shoes if you're at like a car show and you have like cute shoes that you want to take pictures in front of the cars with, like maybe you're doing a photo shoot, or whatever, like you want to show up in your high heels and then you want to change in your flats. Do that. I would not recommend that you wear high heels. Just don't. Leave them at home. Just like look at them in your closet and say like, oh, those are so pretty, and then put your flats in the suitcase. Like just your feet will thank you. Really, none of the girls really wear high heels because you're just so uncomfortable, so uncomfortable. Let's see. So that's about it. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know, and I'm more than willing to answer them.